Today, we will explore a deep and mysterious universe where ancient magic intersects with modern spirituality. Together, we'll unveil the hidden secrets in the Nag Hammadi Manuscripts. These texts, discovered in 1945, have sparked curiosity and fascination worldwide, capturing the imagination of many scholars, mystics, and even those simply curious about esoteric mysteries. So let's get straight to the point. What is the secret of the magic these manuscripts guard so well? Imagine yourself in the 1940s, in an Egyptian desert. Bedouins find a clay jar containing an incredible collection of ancient texts. These are the Nag Hammadi Manuscripts. These texts are a true goldmine for any seeker of truth. They offer us not only a deeper understanding of Gnosticism, but also provide a new perspective on how sacred knowledge was viewed and practiced in antiquity. One of the most impressive aspects of these works is their approach to magic. But here, when we talk about magic, we are dealing with something far beyond tricks and illusions. The magic in the Nag Hammadi Manuscripts is about the profound transformation of the human being, spiritual elevation, and communion with the divine. It is a magic that transcends the mundane and invites us to an introspective and transcendental experience. Many of you may have heard of Gnosticism, but before we dive into the magical content of the manuscripts, it's vital to understand the Gnostic context. Gnosticism comes from the Greek term gnosis, meaning knowledge. However, it is not just any knowledge. It is a deep spiritual understanding, an internal discovery of divine truth. Gnosticism presupposes that within each human being there is a divine spark, a fragment of divinity. For the Gnostics, the material world is a kind of prison, created by a figure called the demiurge, which prevents souls from reaching true spiritual knowledge. This material universe is seen as an illusion, and the goal of life is to transcend this illusion to return to the fullness of the divine. This vision directly reflects the magic described in the Nag Hammadi Manuscripts. Unlike Western ceremonial magic, which often involves elaborate rituals and invocations of external entities, the magic of the Nag Hammadi texts is intrinsically linked to self-discovery and self-realization. It is about unlocking the divine within oneself, finding that divine spark that is covered by layers of materiality and ignorance. Let's examine one of the most fascinating texts found in the Nag Hammadi collection, the Gospel of Thomas. This is not a gospel in the traditional sense, but a collection of sayings attributed to Jesus, many of which are not found in the canonical Gospels of the Bible. One of the most enigmatic sayings in the Gospel of Thomas is, "The kingdom of God is within you and all around you. When you know yourself, then you will be known." This aphorism encapsulates the essence of Gnostic magic, the power of internal transformation. Think about this for a moment. The true magic is the knowledge of oneself. The true transformation is reaching a state of consciousness where you become aware of your inner divinity. This knowledge is not something you learn from books. It is a personal revelation, a spiritual journey. Another essential text from the Nag Hammadi Manuscripts is the Secret Book of John. This work describes a complex cosmogony involving the creation of the world and various intermediate deities between man and the true God. The Secret Book of John explains that knowing these archetypes and their domains is crucial for self-knowledge and the practice of magic. For example, by understanding the different manifestations of the divine and the structure of the cosmos, the practitioner can adjust their practices to manipulate these internal and external forces more effectively. This refers to a more practical aspect of the magic in the Nag Hammadi Manuscripts, where deep knowledge of the spiritual structure of the universe is necessary for any form of effective practice. Now, think about how this idea can transform your own life. If true knowledge comes from within, and the structure of the universe is reflected within us, then the journey to self-discovery itself becomes a magical act. Each insight, each revelation about your own nature is a step towards spiritual transformation. Furthermore, the practice of Gnostic teachings does not require complicated rituals, but a commitment to introspection, meditation, and self-questioning. It is a form of magic accessible to all of us, as long as we are willing to embark on this internal journey. Another fascinating aspect of the magic in the Nag Hammadi Manuscripts is the hymns and poems found in some of the texts. These are not just beautiful pieces of literature, they are tools for spiritual practice. The Hymn of the Pearl, for example, found in the Acts of Thomas text, describes the soul's journey from its heavenly origin to its incarnation in the material world and its eventual return to the divine. This hymn is a powerful allegory of every individual's spiritual journey. Its practice involves chanting and meditating on these deeply symbolic texts, helping the soul remember its true nature and transcend the limitations of the physical world. Let's consider the impact of this on our modern lives. We live in an age of constant distractions, where the connection with our inner self is often neglected. The Nag Hammadi Manuscripts offer us an opportunity to redefine what it means to live a life full of spiritual purpose. The magic here is not about supernatural powers, but about achieving a higher form of existence through understanding and practicing profound spiritual principles. Connecting these teachings to our practical lives, we can say that the search for self-knowledge and knowledge of the cosmos is the key to true transformation. Introspection and deep meditation are the daily practices that help us decipher these hidden secrets within ourselves. Now, imagine that every decision, every action of yours in daily life is linked to this deep knowledge. Each moment of silence, each reflection becomes an act of magic, a step towards the inner divinity that the Nag Hammadi manuscripts so eloquently reveal. To make this content even more applicable, think about the meditation practices you can incorporate. Meditation does not need to be something distant, but can be adapted to fit into your daily routine. How about starting the day with a brief reflection on one of the sayings from the Gospel of Thomas? Or perhaps ending your day with a meditation based on the Hymn of the Pearl, reflecting on your soul's journey. Another practice that can be derived from these texts is the use of mantras and chants. These are not just Eastern practices. Many Gnostic texts can be interpreted similarly to a mantra, repeating passages and allowing the depth of their teachings to permeate your being. Let's think of a daily example to make this practice even more relevant. Imagine you are facing a challenge at work or in your personal relationships. Instead of seeking external solutions, you turn inward, reflecting on your true nature and drawing insights from the Nag Hammadi manuscripts. The reflection might bring forth answers you never expected, based on your internal knowledge and connection with the divine. For today's young and connected audience, the message of the Nag Hammadi manuscripts has much to offer. In an era of rapid information and superficiality, depth and introspection are revolutionary acts. Each time you connect with these texts, you are challenging the norm, seeking something deeper and more meaningful. Let's go together on this journey of self-discovery. Take one of the texts, start exploring it, and see how it resonates with your own life. Constant practice and reflection are the keys to unlocking the gates of this sacred knowledge. I want to deeply thank each of you for joining me in this detailed and profound exploration of the hidden magic in the Nag Hammadi manuscripts. May every insight and practice we shared today guide you on your own journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. Keep seeking, always believing that true magic is hidden within you.